which sheds light on recent events that are regrettable in this conflict. In turn, we also acknowledge the presence of the delegations joining us today. Members of the Council. Over the past 7 days, this Council has already met on 3 occasions to address, under various agenda items and at the request of different parties, the situation in Ukraine. This reality, while it may reflect the serious nature of the situation on the ground, prevents member states of the Council from addressing the facts with the foresight and responsibility that they warrant. Panama notes with concern that this Council, entrusted as the principal guarantor of international peace and security, is dedicating considerable time and resources to constantly debating certain issues without these debates translating into effective decisions or actions. This practice, however well-intentioned it may be, risks leading to dangerous institutional paralysis. The United Nations has, over decades, through effort, sacrifice, principles, and consensus, built a normative framework aimed at protecting civilians. This legal framework, enshrined in international humanitarian law, represents not only a legal obligation, but also an ethical imperative that should unite all member states. In recent days, we have witnessed yet another chapter of human tragedy, as was made plain during yesterday's Council meeting. Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, and other regions of Ukraine suffered an aerial offensive with drones and missiles of unprecedented violence. These events must not and cannot be met with resignation. However, the world doesn't need more statements, it needs tangible results. The victims of war do not seek solidarity alone, they expect the decisive action of the international community to achieve peace. To achieve it, it's not necessarily constructive to pursue a diplomatic strategy that over successive meetings turns this chamber into a convenient platform to launch successive accusations and ripostes endlessly as if it were a game of ping-pong. Regrettably, this situation is not a game. It is a grave, sad, and all too protracted conflict in which every day civilians and military personnel from both Ukraine and the Russian Federation continue to die. Colleagues, for this reason, Panama reiterates once again its urgent appeal for a ceasefire that would bring an end to this war, and urges the parties to engage seriously through diplomatic channels in discussions aimed at achieving a just and lasting peace. We make this appeal with the deep-rooted belief that peace is not imposed by the weight of power, but rather it is built and should be built through the political will of all actors and with respect for human dignity. We speak up not only for those who have lost their lives under the fire of armed conflict, but also for those who continue to risk theirs in the hope that this organization will effectively fulfill its founding promise, that is to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war. Panama believes in multilateralism, but in a multilateralism that acts, a multilateralism that transforms mandates into solutions, that is not subordinate to vetoes, but rather that responds to respect and to collective responsibility. Thank you very much. I resume my functions as President of the Council, and I now give the floor to the representative of Ukraine.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I congratulate you on assuming presidency of the Security Council in August, and I also wish to thank Pakistan for their presidency in July. I express my gratitude to the Panama